Dragon Age Veilguard reviews are here, ladies and gentlemen. They dropped today as promised. And surprise, surprise, for the most part, when you look at big outlets such as IGN, it's the greatest game ever made. The greatest game in the world ever. And what I find really funny is when you look at some of the positives for the game on some outlets, identity, representation, all of that stuff is pushed right to the front. This is why it's the best game ever. It's triumphant, as Checkpoint Gaming says right here in their review. But funny thing about the Checkpoint Gaming review, the reason that it's such a positive at 100 is it inclusive and very thoughtful and wonderful ways. This is from Learning the Law. The first review of Dragon Age The Veilguard is in. This is the first one to drop. Okay. Approved by Metacritic. It's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, celebrated for its diversity. There's so much representation. It boosts the score to be a perfect 10. The professional reviewer also wanted to mention he's gay for some reason. Truly a game of all time. It's funny. So that's why. So, yeah. I mean, if you want to buy this game, I'm not telling you not to buy it, but it looks like, and from what I've seen, it's lacking in a lot of areas. Skillup actually put out a 45-minute review trashing it. It says, do not buy in the title. But this is how you know. This is how you know that this game is going to get, like, outstanding reviews. He's scared to death to put this out. Let's listen to this. Studying Craig posted this. It's almost like he's scared of the pushback he'd receive for simply having an opinion that isn't approved.
I want to begin this review the same way I did my Final Fantasy 16 review, which is to say that reviews are opinions. This is my opinion and my opinion only. I expect that there will be a broad range of opinions on Dragon Age The Veilguard, and I encourage you to seek them out. I do not have a monopoly on truth. As I've said many times before, I'm just a nerd with a microphone and a YouTube account. My opinion is no more or less valuable than anybody else's. Okay? Alright, so Dragon Age The Veilguard is a colossal disappointment. I really can't put it any other way. I want to begin this...
So, like, he had to fade to black there for seriousness, but, like, for real. And, you know, I know people have mixed opinions on him. I've seen it when I've talked about it. I talked about a review he's given before. But this seems kind of unnecessary. You shouldn't have to do this. And it does seem like he's scared to just review it. Almost like he knows that there's going to be backlash for people in the games media world. I wonder if they'll try to cancel him for giving this a bad review. Probably not, because of the fact that he went out of his way to encourage people to go watch positive reviews. And there's no shortage of those, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you. But there's one thing that you might want to be careful with, and that's giving the game a bad review. So I kind of touched on this woman's review in the previous video where she calls the game trash. She says it's garbage and that it'll be the tombstone of Bioware. She actually got struck. So it's in Spanish. Here it is translated by Google. Those from Bioware wanting to silence the truth. I got a strike for uploading that I had the code. Hashtag Dragon Age The Veilguard. But thanks to @Elon Musk and the free speech, they got it. I'm not going to delete my tweet, and a harsh criticism is coming. So this is it right here. Your account has been locked. They DMCA'd her because of this post, which was posted on the 27th. Not really a full review. I understand there was an embargo, but an embargo is it's a voluntary thing. Okay, you're not supposed to make a review public until then. She chose to just give an update, not even a full review, after playing for 3.5 hours. Dragon Age The Veilguard, terrible graphics, boring, and monotonous combat. They want to copy Gears of War, or no, God of War. God of War, Gears of War, but in a bad way. So that's something that I had heard from Endymion, that they wanted to make this like a Gears of War. It feels like, not Gears of War, sorry, God of War. The game does not run at a constant 30 FPS. It drops and the screen freezes when there are many NPCs. Many of the dialogues are noticeably made with AI, very linear. The options lead nowhere, false free will. The creator of characters focused on the LBGT community, inclusive language, and Spanish subtitles. I'm guessing that means they made it a gender-neutral language, which Spanish people do not like. The characters move very robotic. They lack animations. The script doesn't make sense. Neither do the quests from one place to another, killing bugs. Too much focus on LBGT and race swapping. It's a garbage RPG. Stay away from the game. Uninstalled it already. F your mother. I don't know how accurate this is, but I think we get the gist of it. She's not happy. And then here's where she calls it the tombstone of Bioware. And if they don't fix all the bugs before launch, coupled with the political agenda, this game will be shit. Also, guess what? IGN gave it a 9. And when you see who reviewed the game, you'll understand why. Because that person makes identity a very important part of themselves. Focus on the them part, because pronouns are she, they. And I think you can figure a lot of the rest out yourself. So a lot of stuff going on with these reviews, and I suspect that you're going to see lots of positive reviews come out, notably from like Kotaku, Polygon. I saw The Gamer, of course, gave it a great review. I would be weary on this. My advice is, if you are interested in the game and you want to get it, go and find people on YouTube that you like and you trust and go by their reviews. Definitely stay away from IGN and a lot of these other outlets because they can't be trusted. That is my advice to all of you. But I'm really kind of blown away that they are striking down negative reviews. At least this one was struck, and they lost it. Probably would have still won on YouTube, but it would have taken more time. She got it taken care of very quickly over here on Twitter, but I'm not, well, what am I thinking? Yeah, I'm not shocked at all. She didn't even post the full review. People are allowed to post early impressions. That's not something that should be embargoed. You're allowed to post early impressions. But it's funny, just like in the last video, we see people saying, oh, if I was critical of the game, I didn't get a review code. Also, I think this is the woman that contacted somebody from BioWare and just said they were non-binary and got a free code. Like, so if you went, even if you're not, like, I don't know if this is her that said that, but somebody did. I just don't have that link. That is absolutely something that happened. So according to your identity, you might have got a free code for the game to review it. Like, this game is going to do okay. Probably the first 2 weeks, this game is going to sell really well. I'm curious about Instant Regret and how this game is received after people have played it. It'll be really interesting to see how things work out for this game. I'll be watching Halloween very closely because that's when it drops. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.